Hi. Good afternoon on this lovely Jupiter day. Y'all already know what time it is. Get y'all money rituals in. Come on, man. You got to use this energy of Venus. Get your paper up. Get that weight up. Get your pockets looking fatter. Y'all know what time it is. Thursday. You know, Venus is ruler of finances, prosperity, good luck, man. You feeling lucky today? Man, go buy yourself a little scratch off or something like that, bruh. It's that time. But without further ado, we're gonna get into jumping right into it. You know, I gotta make some commentary before I start our session. Thank you guys once again for tuning into Guys and Terry. Y'all already know what's going on. I'm excited today because I feel like today's message was so intense, and I feel like I can benefit from this ish today too as well. You know, some of us might come off as the givers in relationships, the givers in our friendship, in our life. Our family can turn to us, but we give so often that we have none to give for ourselves, unfortunately. And this what comes in with what we have here, the Six of Pentacles to come into place. We have Six of Pentacles today, but in reversed. So you're the giver out of the group, out of the bunch, you know. People know they can turn to you for favors. Oh, you got me, sis, on this babysitter. I need a babysitter because I'm trying to go to the club Saturday night with my mans, them, you know, my homegirls. And usually that one, you know, that's just an example of people to turn to. But what is anybody bringing to your table? When's the last time anybody checked on you? Called you up, hey, how you doing, sis? Everything right? You need anything? You want anything from the store? You know, it just be the little things. Y'all, you ever been in that situation? And I just feel like on the Six of Pentacles, stop being a sucker, okay? You know, we are genuine at what we do as far as giving to others, but you know, it's a limit. We got to draw that line like, hey, man, things can't be one side. It can't be a one-way street, you feel me? So also on the flip side, it can also mean a person in your life, or you could be that person that you're controlling or you're abusing that authoritative power. You got to get somebody, like you're that dominant force that just like, okay, I know what I have. I know this person in my life. They have a good heart. They have a generous heart. Let me swoop my rusty crusty ass in and sabotage, you know, and you know you can. It's not right, guys. You know, this can mean you are reflecting these qualities, or somebody in your life is just like just coming in, or currently in your life. You know, it's time to draw that line. Like, hey, what's good? What's really good? So until you find that balance, you know, we got to stop letting any crusty energy come into our lives and just suck for us. Because let me tell you one thing, y'all. Takers, they don't have no boundaries. You know, as long as you're willing to put up with their ish, they're going to take, grab, suck, whatever they can. Hell, any way possible it can get into your life, they're going to do it. So you got to draw that line, start saying no, start declining advances, and you got to put yourself first, sister girl or Mr. Man. So, also we have for today's oracle message, we have Bava Tarini Ma. So when she comes in, she is like that divine intervention that's just like, you know what? This is my baby right here. This is me stepping in her form. And she's like, hey, okay, you're not finna hurt my baby. She's in protective mode right now. She sees what's happening. This is that divine intervention, feminine energy, just like, okay, I'm gonna step in. Don't worry about it. I see that you right now, that you want to help everybody. You want to be there for that listening ear. But I see that you're incapable of getting that in return for yourself. So you know what? She steps in like, you know what? I'm finna knock all this shit over. I'm finna shut this shit down. And this is not gonna go on anymore. So she's here to interrupt all this. She just knocking it over, like, you know what, get that out the way. Let me step in real quick. And also, I have a ritual that you can invoke her spirit in this form of Callie. You know, when you need that guidance, because she's here to also step in and be like, you know what, we're gonna prevent disaster before it happens. No, just call on me when when the turmoil. I'm here. If you call on me daily, check in with me, then we can snip this in the bud before even begin to take out to even get this far. So I'm gonna read y'all a little excerpt from the book, because I thought today's message was so needing, because I know we all probably have stories of being that person in life. You could be on both sides. You could be the one that's abusing your power, your authority figure. You might have a new title or something, or you might come into a person's life, in your friendships, be like, okay, let me see what all I can get out of this person. They got a good heart. They see it. They know. But like I said, takers don't have any boundaries. We got to be the one as healers, to be like, enough is enough. I've had it. Have that open conversation with them. But yeah, let me read this excerpt for you and what she stands for when she's in Baba Tarini Callie form. She's coming to protect, and she don't play about her babies. So, the tantric priestess of karmic release manifests with the capacity to integrate higher divine energy into even the most stubborn patterning that has so far resisted healing. When momentum is building and you don't know how to stop fueling the fire or reverse the damage, she appears. So that's when she appears into your life, guys. Like I said, she's just basically damage control. Her presence indicates that it is a powerful time for spiritual work and healing practices. So it's a time where, you just need to focus on yourself, put yourself first, and take care of number one. And she's letting you know that that's what you need to do, because you've been neglecting yourself for far too long. But anyway, let me continue reading. She says, no matter how wild they may seem, the storms of your life shall be gentle. You shall emerge unharmed. So basically, Goddess Callie as Baba Tarini is the tantric priestess of karmic release and spiritual blessing, which when she comes, she liberates devotees from karmic struggles, especially those who keep repeating the same patterns with different players. So basically, people come into your life, they're basically the same person, just in another body. You're not learning from these lessons. And she's coming in like, okay, I see you don't have a clue. You about to do the same ish over. Let me guide you through this, because I just can't watch the same scenario over and over again. Child, let me come into place. She's just like, Callie takes the wheel. That's basically what it is. Okay. So her presence in the reading implies the divine's mother blessing of divine disruption. So she comes to, like I said, now she's knocking all this shit over. Sometimes the jolt of disruption is such a shock that is temporarily unpleasant, and we feel therefore that is unwanted or harmful. However, once we allow the workings of such disruption to realign our affairs, we will come to recognize and be grateful for what is taking place. So don't be no bitch about it, bruh. Like, basically what it's saying is she's doing it for the better good of yourself. So you might not see the blessing at the time. You might like, things are not going right. But no, MFer, she sees that you're about to self-destruct. And you can't see it right now, but you're going to appreciate it in the long run. And she's very unapologetic about it. Like, she's like, all right, you going to thank me later, basically. Let me continue reading. So, we will see it as a saving grace rather than something we had to endure. The oracle predicts the season of restrictive and negative influences. She is adorned with, so when you see her come into place, you can see it like you see her in this picture. She's usually found with flowers in recognition that she is celebrated during Puja. Unlike the fierce Callie who is adorned in fearsome places in the dead of night, so when she in this form, she is in, they celebrate her during the time of Puja, which means sacred ritual. So basically, in the most basic form, is to call divine ones to manifest on earth. It is a creation of light and has cleansing effect on those during the puja, and the intentions of the receptivity are strong enough on the surrounding people and areas. So Baba Tarini teaches that our spiritual activities can have a positive influence, more so than we think is possible. In a reading, Baba Tarini foretells of a profoundly positive and expansive energy that will become available to us if we are willing to open our hearts to us. We also have to be a willing soul. You know, she sees the stubbornness in us and we're not really willing to cooperate. She also reminds us that we don't have to wait until things become severe to call on the Divine Mother assistance. Why not call on her daily to resolve issues, but to prevent from gaining traction in the first place? So if we align ourselves with such simple and happiness-inducing wisdom, our lives can become peaceful and free from unnecessary drama. So you don't need all that unnecessary ish anyway. Like, if you call on her daily, she's here to willing to help us, but it's up to us. We're the ones resisting that change. You know, sometimes we can have fear of change, but change is for the betterment of us. It can be scary, but it's needed, and it's gonna come regardless. So, you know, you putting it off, that's just gonna make it more painful to let go of things, let things that no longer serve us and patterns. You're just prolonging it. But it's coming. So, I mean, you can get with the program or get lost. Point blank, period. So, Baba Tarini teaches that our spiritual activities can have a positive influence more so than we think is possible. Excuse me. In a reading, Baba Tarini foretells of a profoundly positive and expansive energy that will become available to us if we are willing to open our hearts to her. She also reminds us that we don't have to wait until things become severe. See, y'all read that part again, because I don't think y'all heard me the first time. Don't wait till things become too severe. So, Baba Tarini can also take the form of Kali Palaharini. So that means when she comes in, when she's coming in that form, she is the results of our action. Oh shit. Excuse me. So Pala, which means fruit, and Harini means a female who takes something away. So put it together, Pala Harini means the woman who takes away the fruit of our actions. This means that she can conquer our karma. Oh shit. Excuse me, Kali Pala Harini can cleanse our samskaras, or other meaning our mental psychic imprints. These are the familiar grooves that keep the soul repeating patterns lifetime after lifetime. They are compromised of habitual ways of thinking and behaving that prevent us from evolving into something new and more suitable. They are the karma of stuckness, limiting our freedom, creativity, and expression. So basically, she's coming to clear she's coming to clear away the spirit of stagnation in your life that is preventing you from being connecting to your higher self, basically. So, like I said, you can either get with the program or get lost, but she's coming regardless. Change is coming, and changes for the betterment of you, of your life. Stop being so effing stubborn. She's coming. These winds are change is coming. So yeah, I mean, basically, where I left off at. So, samskaras can be negative in qualities, such as an inhuman compulsion towards perfection, but they can be something we can consider positive, such as a repeated attraction toward being a healer. Although being a healer can generate spiritual benefit if we identify with it, it can also undermine our freedom to grow spiritually, and I'm going to tell you why in a few. It can become overly restrictive and even lead to suppression of aspects of our authentic being that don't readily fit in with the healer archetype. Ooh, did y'all hear that? So in the example of the healer, the Divine Mother recognizes that the goodness in your heart, your genuine desire to assist. So she sees, your heart is in the right place, but yet she also sees that you're willing to do what is necessary to protect your spiritual awakening and free you from your attachments. Yes, even attachments to helping others. Yes, that can be the self-destructive also, because like I said in the beginning, you're doing so much for others. When are you going to have time to make time for yourself and pour into yourself? You're just letting people take away that you, eat away at you, piece by piece, into what do you have left for yourself? That's what I meant. So yeah, even that can, being giver, healer, whatever you want to call it, can undermine your growth, bruh. So where was I? This doesn't mean that you no longer want to be a healer or that you're blocked from doing so. It means you will not be able to prop up self-evaluating using external roles. Ultimately, this is a gift, but it is also a lesson that many healers find painful in the beginning. They need to learn how to offer their heartfelt work and not be attached to how it's received. If they can see immediate results and powerful effects of their work, the challenge is not to identify with what is happening and make the divine grace about their own ego. Ooh. So basically, also on the flip side of this, I mean, you willing to help, but you could also be gloating, like you need validation from others to see what you're doing. Like, you gotta make it a known announcement, like, hey, I just gave so-and-so $20. No, mother effer. Don't do that. Because if it was coming genuinely from the heart, you ain't gotta make announcements. You gotta keep bringing up what you did for the next mother effer. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just something to think about on the flip side. So, yeah, back to what I was saying. If the ego is failing these lessons and getting caught up in feeling superior or inferior, then the divine mother will intervene. So, actually, she will come and shut that shit down also, too. Because she's like, okay, you getting a little beside yourself, MFer. Yeah, you shut all that. Quit all that. So the lesson is that you can release roles you play in your life without allowing them to identify you. You know, you don't let them define you. You are asked to take care that you don't restrict yourself to the roles you play. Embrace the spiritual freedom and unconditional love necessary to be your full, authentic being. You are asked to bear the discomfort of no longer relying on certain familiar patterns to give you validation. This will open you up to greater self-realization, self-possession, and joyful freedom to be your whole, true, authentic self. You are on the cusp of a beautiful breakthrough into a more positive era. To amplify her blessing, open your heart to the unfamiliar. And so, like I said, I will post the invocation ritual. You're going to say this prayer aloud. But while you're saying it, I'm going to post it. But I'm going to teach you a little bit, like, when you invoke this Bhavatarini Kali, when you need assistance in your life, you're supposed to, imagine yourself seated upon a lion throne with thick garlands of red flowers. You gotta invoke her, because that's what she wears, as you can see, when Kali Ma comes into this form. So when you say it, you stick out your tongue and breathe out a fierce cleansing breath. And then you're gonna imagine peace, being peaceful with yourself. And then you're gonna place your hands at your heart and sense that there is a guiding presence that knows exactly what needs to happen when for the spiritual benefit of all beings. You can trust in that you now become willing to rest in spontaneous wisdom of the heart. So place your hands in prayer and bow your head in gratitude and reverence. And then, you have completed your healing process for that time that you needed her. But like I said, I will post it later, and you can just do this on your own time when you need to call on her in this form. I mean, I hope this helped for somebody, because I definitely needed it today. I mean, child, I told y'all, Spirit be speaking to me as well through these messages. But both of these, I need to call on her. But that's what I love about Kali Ma, because even in her many forms, people think of her as just the destroyer, that warrior fist type. But on the flip side, she's that. But she's coming here. She's not just to destroy, just to be destroying, and she's not a terrorizer. She's, at the end of the day, she's a divine mother figure in our lives. Comes in many forms. When we call on her, she devotes herself to us. It's just like, where can I be assistance in your life? I see that you struggling over there, pimp. Let me step in and help. So, that's why I love her, because she's a bad bitty, but at the same time, she's just gentle with you. Her lessons are harsh, but in the end, you'll thank her in the long run. Like, she set you straight. Like, you know what? I needed this in the long run. I needed this lesson. I needed to be taught a lesson. So yeah, guys, thank you once again for tuning in to Goddess and Tarot, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the rest of your day. Make today count. Make the most of the day. Let's get rid of the energy of stagnation out of our lives, and don't be this person. Don't be the person representing the qualities of the Six of Pentacles. And let's free ourselves from that, or free from allowing a person to represent these qualities coming into our lives. You know, we gotta nip that in the bud. But thank you guys once again and for tuning in when we are out.